All right, so welcome back, guys. I just gave a little quick introduction, or I guess review of what we've done so far. And today in this class on Sunday, we're going to look at time management, and then I'll go over how you guys can complete your assignment for me this week. Your assignment, as always, is due on Thursday. I'll make that available to you now, actually. I didn't open the Dropbox yet, but I'll open that now. And as usual, your assignment is due on Thursday at around midnight. So just let me set that up. There we go. I say around midnight, it's actually Thursday at 11:30. So we'll talk about that once I finish this little kind of learning activity here, or this PowerPoint. Just give it a second to load. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, in this course, this is, of course, kind of like a student development class. So we've talked, very simply about things like goal setting, understanding yourself as a learner, study or library research. And today we're going to do a very quick class on time management. So time management is, of course, the management of your time, meaning, following a schedule, following a routine, making sure things get done in a timely manner. That is such an important concept or important kind of philosophy to follow when you're in a university or college program. When you're working full-time somewhere, you typically have a schedule and a task list to complete. Life is no different. You might set yourself up a schedule, of days that you're going to go to the gym, or days you need to pick up your brother from school. All of these things that you have like in a schedule or to-do list are all part of time management. And if you're anything like me, when I was in university, my time management skills weren't the best. I kind of tended to do what's on this slide is procrastinate. Not sure if you've heard of that term before. I'll explain it in a minute, but this is definitely something I have done in my studies in university. So procrastination is a word that basically describes putting something off intentionally or habitually. Something needs to be done and you're doing something else, or you're doing nothing. You might be having a nap or watching Netflix or something. So procrastination is like when you have a math assignment due at midnight, but instead of working on it, you're at the mall or you're sleeping. It doesn't need to be schoolwork. Procrastination could be maybe you're putting off going to the gym, you're putting off eating healthier, maybe you're putting off a driver's test or something like that. So anytime in your life where you have something that should be done, thank you, Hassan, in the chat. So, anytime in your life that you have something that should be done and you don't do it, that's procrastinating. And I can tell you, if you talk to my old college professors, I was definitely like a last minute type of person, which I'm not bragging about that, by the way. If I had like a 5,000 word essay due and I would start it the day before, I definitely lost some marks because of that. So it's not always a good thing. So, I mean, like now this is, I'm going to sound old now. I'm not that old, but when I was in university, my distractions were a little different. There was no Netflix. Facebook was around, but it was usually in American universities. There was definitely no Snapchat or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, or Reddit or whatever site you go on. My procrastination was, watching TV shows, playing video games, even just hanging out with friends or sleeping. These are all distractions. Have a nap instead of working on an assignment, play my PlayStation instead of working on an assignment. It was all, there's so many distractions these days. And even now, 2021, there's even more. There's Netflix and Amazon Prime and TikTok and everything. It's crazy. So it can be tough. Sometimes you need to put your phone away. What I used to do, and this is tough because of COVID, uh, I found a lot of my distractions came when I lived with my roommates. So when I was in university, I didn't live at home. I studied away. And so there I had a house, I had a flat with some roommates, and they were my source of distractions. They'd be listening to music or we'd be chatting in the living room. And in order for me to get away from that, I would go to the library or go to a quiet, even actually my secret was I even found the library distracting because there's so many of my friends were there, and there's computers and books, and all I needed to do was say write a paper or work on a math assignment. I would just go to like an empty classroom. So maybe in your house you have a quiet room that you can go to. I know it's tough because if you're doing school from home, you might be living with wife and kids. You might have brothers or sisters, your parents. It's very distracting. So you need like a place to escape. Could be a library, could be a quiet room in your house. Sometimes, it helps to just go to a coffee shop as well. You can go to Starbucks or something and kind of use their Wi-Fi and work away. So some are like, there's different causes. Everybody procrastinates differently. You could just be bored, meaning, I think number 1 and 3 are kind of similar. What happens with me is sometimes I don't enjoy what I'm doing. So maybe the math assignment, I really don't like it, or the essay that I have to write for English is really not something I'm interested in. So then I get bored, and then I decide to, okay, well, I'll take a break. I'll put on Netflix, and then all of a sudden now I'm watching Netflix and not doing anything. But sometimes it can be, and this has happened to me before as well, you're just overwhelmed. And you guys probably know this is a very busy time of the semester. So you guys probably have tests coming up. There's midterms coming up. You might have too many tasks and you just cannot get started. Right. And that's like one of the problems I used to have is where do I start? And once I actually made a list of what assignment I want to work on and what order, what's most important, I found myself doing a lot of work a little easier. Sometimes it can just be, you're distracted. You're at home. Your brother is running around driving you crazy. Your roommates are listening to music, or sometimes you're just tired. I mean, you didn't sleep well the night before, so your brain isn't really working. It can happen to everybody. That's the point. So what can help with this? I think that's Bill Gates there. What can help with this is there's 2 things you can do. You can create a list of achievements that you've done, which I'm going to show you. It's part of your assignment today. So kind of like make a list of activities or awards, not awards, but give yourself praise for things you've done. Almost like keeping a journal, so you'd write and say, okay, so today I did half of my math assignment, I finished SD, and I went to the gym. And by writing that down, it can really kind of make you feel good and accomplished. The other thing you can do is to make a to-do list. So create a list of things that you need to get done and then rank them in order of importance. So, picking your brother up from school, picking your sister up from school is probably high on your list. You can't forget your brother or sister at school. But then next it might be your math assignment. And then next it might be your SD assignment. And then maybe it might be the gym. You need to make a list. And I'm going to kind of go over that now today. It's a very quick class today. I don't mean to focus on this guy here, but if you're looking for motivation or if you're looking for more information, there are some links in this section that you can watch, some videos to help you motivate yourself or give you tips on motivating yourself. And I'll leave that for you. You can procrastinate and not watch them, but I would recommend to check out these videos before you work on your assignments. I found them really interesting. I'm not going to play my videos over Zoom. Zoom is, sketchy enough with its internet connection. I'm going to just kind of leave the links for you. Actually, let me just go back. I'll show you. There are 2 definite videos I recommend. Sorry, let me get my pen here. these are two good videos here. So the time management tips and the inside the mind of a procrastinator, they're pretty interesting videos. And again, you can check them out on your own time when, after class or, later this week. But I'll go back to my PowerPoint for now. So again, procrastination is putting things off. It can happen when you're distracted or you're feeling lazy or you have too much on your plate. So this assignment this week is for you guys to kind of learn some strategies for time management. And it's a very easy assignment. I've already had students in my class this morning submit it. It's very, very quick. There are 3 parts to this assignment, and I'm going to go through each part with you. Okay, so this is your general instructions. First, you're going to do another web survey. This is very quick. It has 15 questions, and you're going to tell me the scores of your survey here. I'm going to show you how to access all of this. Don't worry. Okay, so do the survey. Actually, I kind of got this a little bit backwards with my links. This is what you're going to fill out for me. Your survey is here. The survey is through another website called mindtools.com, very useful website. And it's going to give you some scores about your time management skills. So the first thing I want you to do is tell me how you did. Just copy and paste your results into the Word document and put it in the Dropbox. But you're not done. There are 2 other very short activities I want you to do. And again, it's very, very easy. I want you to do the second and third activities over a 2-day period. It could be Saturday and Sunday. Like I had a student submit it this morning. He decided to do it kind of like his activity log was yesterday and today. His to-do list was for tomorrow and the next day. You pick whatever 2 days you want, and I want 6 entries each. And again, I'm going to show you this. Okay. So, well, I mean, the notes have it here. Let me just quickly go over in the notes, but then I'll show you where the files are. So the time management survey you can find here on this website. I will show you how to access that in a minute, but here's the survey on the right of the screen. Okay, you can see the survey over here. So here on the right of the screen, you're going to just answer the questions. Like for example, number 1, the tasks I work on are the ones with the highest priority. Never, rarely, sometimes, often, or very often. And what that means is you always work on important tasks first. I'm kind of the opposite. I tend to if I have a final exam to study for or a paper to write, I'll clean my room or go drive to Starbucks and get a coffee or something. I am a pretty bad procrastinator sometimes. Number 5, I find myself dealing with interruptions. So, never. Maybe you have a very quiet place. Maybe rarely or sometimes, often and very often. And if you answer a question like number 5, you're very often getting interrupted. That's when you might want to look at going to a library. Now I know COVID, it's hard, but you might want to get some noise canceling headphones or something. Okay, so you'll do that survey. And then the survey will give you scores, and you record those scores on the file that I'm going to show you how to access all of this now in a minute. Okay, what do you do next? So there are 3 parts to this week, but again, it is very, very quick. The next thing I want you to do is list 6 activities that you've done over a 2-day period and 6 priorities or 6 to-do things. Now, I had a student this morning ask me, what is the difference? What is the difference between an activity and a to-do thing? Well, an activity is something you have done. A to-do is something you will do. Okay, and again, I'm going to give you some examples on how to fill this out. I'm going to go through your assignment with you in 5 minutes. So again, the question I always get is, or I have gotten is, what's the difference between an activity And what's the difference between a to-do thing? Activity has been done. To-do is in the future. So like today, I made a healthy breakfast. I worked on my SD assignment. Those are activities that you did. To do, you might say, tomorrow I want to go to the gym. I need to go to the dentist. I need to pick up a birthday present for my mother. The to-do doesn't need to be about school. It can be anything, picking up groceries, picking up your brother or sister, going to the gym, going to the doctor. I mean, even like getting an oil change in your car. To-do can be anything. I would avoid writing too many things on your to-do list, like watching the new season of blank on Netflix or, going to the movies with your friends. You could do that, but don't make your list all social things. Try to fit in some personal goals, like maybe you have a math assignment or an engineering test or a IT quiz, something like that. Yeah, you, sorry, excuse me, my voice. Karul, you came in late, you missed a little bit. However, I'm going to upload this recording to your YouTube playlist after this class. For anybody who hasn't seen it yet, Ali, get that oil changed right away. For anybody who hasn't seen it yet, I'll come back to that assignment, but I just want to show you in the course home, I have a playlist here, a YouTube playlist. I like to put my videos on YouTube. It just works a lot better. It's high resolution. So on this playlist, it's the second and third classes. The first class was not recorded, but the second and third are recorded, and this one I'm recording now. So Karul or anybody who showed up late, anything you missed, or maybe you need to watch this presentation again, it will go here after this class. Okay, so give it like an hour. It takes a while for YouTube to what's called render it, I guess, or upload it in high resolution, but they'll be up. It will be up an hour after this class. All right, anyways, back to your assignment. All right, let this open here. So I was just talking about this, the difference between an activity and a to-do. So again, I'll say it one more time. The activity is what you have done. The to-do is what you will do. So it's kind of like past and future, or past and present and future. I don't really know. I'm not an English teacher. We'll say past and future. Okay. So let me show you how this works. Now, guys, I have pictures of them here, what they look like, but I find it hard to write on this screen. So I'm going to do a little change here. So we're done the PowerPoint. Okay, there's a little quote by Michael, or a little, this is actually a really interesting video if you guys get a chance later to watch this. It's famous failures. So it's like celebrities like Michael Jordan who have failed and failed and failed. Even like, people like Elon Musk, I think he was, so poor he was fixing his own car, and now he's the richest man in the world. So this is like, this has nothing to do with the course material, but an interesting video up here in the top corner if you want to watch it, about famous, people, celebrities or millionaires who have failed over and over and over and just kept trying. It's pretty cool. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go over your assignment together so everybody knows what to do this week. It's very easy. The Dropbox is here. This is where you will submit your assignment, but the assignment itself is right here. So let's have a look. There's 3 parts to this. It sounds like a lot, but this is, again, very, very quick. Okay, there are, well, there's like 3 steps, Yeah, there are 3 steps. So there are 3 parts to this assignment. There are 3 steps. The first thing you need to do, like I mentioned, is download this Word document, do this survey, and then record your scores into that document, copy and paste. Very much like the assignment we had in week, I want to say 2, your learning styles, or well, I guess it was the first week, week 1. or week 2, I can't remember. But the learning styles one, where you did a survey and it kind of told you the results of your learning styles. You're going to do that first. So download this file, do this survey, and just paste the results in. If you want to see what the file looks like, I can open it here. Okay, so you don't have to type anything like new. Hold on, guys, the computer is just loading here. You don't have to type anything new, like you just put in your name, okay? But there are categories from that survey, and you'll see when you finish the survey, you type in the category and you type in your score. Okay, the survey will give you all of those results. So that's step number 1. Okay, let's go back. I'm going back because the next 2 you guys might have the most trouble with. And not that you'll have any trouble. Okay, the next thing I want you to do, and again, this seems like it might look like a lot of work. It's really not. Next thing I want you to do is to download that activity log document, which I have here. Okay, oh, just one second, guys. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. So this is the activity log. Now, this looks huge. I only need 6 things. So let me give you an example of what you need to do here. And again, I only need you to write 6 things. So let me pick an example. What have I done in the last? Well, okay, let's say, so what's today? January. So I'll just say 01/31 at, let's say, 8 a.m. I made a healthy, sorry for my spelling, the screen is really small, breakfast. You guys can obviously type in this. How do I feel? I feel good or happy. Okay, the duration, let's say it took me 20 minutes. And my value of that activity, I would probably say low. I mean, because let's pretend I'm a student. So let's say tonight. So 01/31 at, let's say, 7 p.m. I finished my math assignment. Okay, how do I feel? Relieved. And you can use whatever you want. So relieved, happy, motivated. You can, like, I don't, however you feel is how you feel. My duration, let's say that math assignment took me 2 hours, but I would probably prioritize that as high because maybe the math assignment was due at midnight. So let's say 02/01 at 10 a.m. went to the gym. You could say happy, you could say motivated, again, you pick whatever words you want. How do you feel? You could feel sad. Maybe your workout didn't go very well. That's fine. So you worked out for 1 hour. Maybe I would put the gym at medium. And you can have you could have 2 lows. They don't all need to be high, low, or medium, but like think of the activity log and think of things that you did of importance. Maybe making a healthy breakfast is the most important thing for you. Maybe picking up your brother at school, or as Ali said, maybe getting an oil change is very important because your car needs it. And you just need to do 6 things. Okay, only 6. If you want to do 7, 8, or 9, that's fine. And just by the reason you're doing this might seem like busy work, like, oh my gosh, he's making me type an activity log, like making me make a journal. It's not, it is busy work, but the point of it is a good way to manage your time and prevent procrastination is to write down the tasks that you've completed. This makes you feel good. It gives you a sense of accomplishment because when you see things getting completed, it gives you this sense of relief, happiness, like, oh, I did my math assignment. Now I can go to a movie, like I can relax. I know that's how it feels for me. I never feel relaxed or happy until I've actually started checking things off my to-do list. Okay, or sorry, activity. But anyways, let's look at the to-do list. So activity log. I'll say it one more time. This is things you have done. To-do list, these are things you will do. So let me show you that one. And once you've completed all 3 of these and you've saved them, just put them in the Dropbox and halas, you're done. That's it. That's all the work for this week. Okay, so you can see my to-do list. Now this is easy. There's not a lot of information to fill out here. So okay, task. Let's say go to the gym. Priority, so this goes A to F. So priority, like A would be the most important, B, C, D, E, F would be unimportant. So maybe going to the gym is C. Finish my SD assignment. That would probably be a B maybe. You know, you definitely want to get it done, but maybe you need to buy a gift for mom. And that might be A for you. Maybe it's your mother's birthday, or maybe it's, you know, her anniversary with your dad. You can buy a gift for your mom. It doesn't need to be important, or it doesn't need to be school related. It could be anything. It could be buying a new pair of shoes. Maybe you need a new pair of gym shoes or running shoes or dance shoes. I don't know, whatever. So this is all you have to do. And I need you to do 6 of these and rank them, give them priority, you know, A being the most important, F being not important at all. And yeah, that's it. And then you submit those assignments and you're done. And again, the whole point of this is for you guys to learn some strategies on time management. Make a to-do list. As you finish the to-do list, add them to your achievement list, things you've accomplished. You know, you'll start to feel better once this list gets smaller and smaller and smaller. All right.
Mr. Mark, when is the due date?
Thursday at midnight as usual.
All right.
Yeah. Karul in the chat says, do you do these activities for to-do lists? Yeah. Well, this isn't my personal to-do list. I have been to the gym a few times, but your to-do list and your the other list, the activity log, they don't need to be the same. Okay, it's whatever you guys do in a day. Again, I don't know what you guys do. It could be anything. You know, to-do list, you guys might really want to watch the new episode of blank on Amazon Prime. You can put that there. You know, to-do list is whatever you guys want to do. Okay, so I have one question there. Hissa, I'll get back to you in a minute. Does anybody else have any questions? I mean, that's it for today. That's what you need to do this week for your assignment. Are there any questions?
No, sir. No
No,
question.
if there's no questions, you guys are good to go. That's it.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks.
So, Mr. Mark, as in today's class, this is the only topic you spoke about? Because I missed some part of it in the beginning.
Yep, this is it.
Okay, so only the assignment you were talking about. Am I right?
No, I went through the PowerPoint and time management.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll go through it, inshallah, as soon as possible.
Yep, it will be posted to YouTube.
All right, your YouTube account, if that's possible.
It's on the D2L news page.
All right, sure. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks.